This year we are going to look at the list of persons who perished. Normally we just read the names, but we tried to do something differently this year to be a little bit more in touch with who actually perished. And so we have listed the persons by profession. So now in memory of, and we're beginning with the captain on our market vendors, Mrs. Monica Tyson.
Good afternoon. As mentioned before, we remember the name James Pontine, captain of the fatal vessel MV Christina. The list of the market vendors: Miriam Allen, Emily Atherton, Gwyneth Budgeon, Lillian Busu, Welsine Busu, Sarah Clark, Irene Condell, Claristine Dorr, Florence Esdale, Augusta Freeman, Tamar Freeman, Eglantine Hanley, Bethia Hill, Rosalia Agatha Jeffers, Edith Jones, Emily Jones, Elvira Liebert, Iris Liebert, Lillian Liebert, Louisa Liebert, Maud Mills, Vivian Mills, Lillian Nisbet, Florine Paris, Hannah Paris, Marion Powell, Austin Reed, Iris Trotman, Vivian Stanley. May the souls of the departed rest in peace.
The names of the laborers who perished on that fateful 1st of August. We have Harold Brown, James Glassford, Rufus Pemberton, Inez Scarborough, Daryl Swanston, Elroy Weeks. Private sector: Loretta Cornelius, Rosetta Zena Hanley, and Doldria Nolan.
Names of civil servants who perished on the MV Christina: Bertram Hanley, Nelson Leroy Huggins, Verna Lands, Orville Morton, Tony Nisbet, Evan Richardson, Samuel Sweeney, Wentworth Walwyn.
Names of nurses: Bertram Atherton, Marilyn Myrna Hobson, Berry Liebert, Yulita Nolan. Names of nuns: Sister Amelia Camus, Sister Patricia Deneen, Sister Marie LeBlanc.
Names of teachers: Errol Bartlett, Muriel Brown, Millicent Byron, Myra Dorr, James Elliott, Carmel Joseph, Leroy Masters, Marilyn Truss, and Lorna Wallace.
Names of students: Shirley Allen, Rodney Atherton, Olga Brown, Sharon Chapman, Brenda Clark, Leslie Clark, Dahlia Claxton, James Claxton, Anthony Condell, Christine Condell, Laniel Davis, Amelia Duport, Kennedy Elliott, Emily Forbes, Conrad Hanley, Melford Hanley, Castro Liebert, Evelyn P. Liebert, Emerson Liebert, Kirsten Olivia Liebert, Cheryl Martineau, Evanston Prentice, Yvette Powell, Asinet Richards, Joseph Richens, Alicia Scarborough, Joan Scarborough, Hanshel Swanston, Alston Truss, Alton Chapman, Irvine Chapman, Yvette Wade, Elroy Weeks, Louisa Weeks, and preschooler Candy Wallace.
Unclassified: Ezekiel Allen, St. Kitts, Floretta Archibald, Nevis, Samuel Archibald, Nevis, Amy Atherton, Nevis, Valentine Ordain, St. Kitts, Francel Bartlett, Nevis, Ellen Bazi, Nevis, Mavis Bazi, Nevis, Austin Bell, Nevis, Franklin Bell, St. Kitts, Sherwin Bertie, St. Kitts, Adolphus Blois, St. Kitts, Josephine Brown, Nevis, Monroe Brown, Nevis, Robert Brown, St. Kitts, Alan Cable, St. Kitts, Owilda Carr, St. Kitts, Clementina Charles, Nevis, Anita Clark, Nevis, Euphina Clark, Nevis, Vernon Claxton, Nevis, Leontine Daniel, St. Kitts, Carl David, St. Kitts, Christina David, St. Kitts, Joseph David, St. Kitts, Leon David, St. Kitts, Mavis David, St. Kitts, Verna David, St. Kitts, Jessica Doe, St. Kitts, Alberta Esdell, Nevis, Dennett Farrell, St. Kitts, Albertine Ferguson, Nevis, Emile Ferguson, Nevis, and Clifford Francis, St. Kitts.
Continuation of the unclassified. Moses Frank, Nevis, Daniel French, St. Kitts, Clarence Forbes, St. Kitts, Lorraine Griffin, Melvina Gomes, St. Kitts, Lillian Holiday, Nevis, Hugh Hanley, Nevis, Rose Hanley, Nevis, Marilyn Hendrickson, Nevis, Rosalind Henry, St. Kitts, Maxwell King Herbert, Nevis, Alice Huggins, Nevis, Samuel Huggins, Francis Hutton, Nevis, Emily Holland, USA, James Irvin, St. Kitts, Esther James, Nevis, Vernon James, St. Kitts, Clifford Jeffers, Nevis, Dwight Jeffers, Nevis, Marina Jeffers, Nevis, Ralph Jeffers, Nevis, Clotilda Johnson, Nevis, Michael Johnson, Nevis, Iris Jones, Nevis, Olga Jones, Oretha Jones, Nevis, Vida Jones, Nevis, Louisa Joseph, St. Kitts, Sheila Joseph, St. Kitts, Vinetta Joseph, St. Kitts, Vernon Joseph, Avril Cynthia Kelly, Nevis, Eugene Kelly, Nevis, Dawn Lawrence.
Calvin Lewis, Nevis, Edric Paul Liebert, St. Kitts, James Liebert, Curtly Liebert, Nevis, Marianne Liebert, Nevis, Marion Liebert, Nevis, Mildred Liebert, Thomas Liebert, Nevis, Samuel Liebert, Nevis, Eva Masson, St. Kitts, Maud Lucilia Martineau, St. Kitts, Charles Maynard, St. Kitts, Sadie Maynard, Nevis, Linda McQuilkin, Nevis, Idita Michael, St. Kitts, Henetta Mills, Nevis, Usilla Morris, St. Kitts, Calvin Morton, Nevis, Clarice Morton, Nevis, Ines Morton, Nevis, Irma Morton, Nevis, Pearl Morton, Nevis, Rose Morton, Annie Nutter, St. Kitts, Govan Nisbet, Nevis, Herbert Nisbet, Nevis, Tessa Nolan, St. Kitts, Calvin Pemberton, Nevis, Helen Pemberton, Nevis, Birdie Phillips, UK, United Kingdom, Conrad Philip, St. Kitts, George Powell, Nevis, Cheryl Powell, Nevis, Anthony Prince, St. Kitts, and Leroy Rouse, St. Kitts.
Vernerine Sadler, Nevis, Edward Smith, Nevis, Calvin Smitten, Christina Smitten, Ivan Smitten, Keith Springett, Nevis, Evan Stapleton, Nevis, Stanley Sutton, Nevis, David Swanston, Nevis, Theodosia Swanston, Nevis, Marilyn Thompson, Nevis, Dave Tyson, Nevis, Kirsten Tyson, Nevis, Theodosia Tyson, Nevis, Judith Walters, Nevis, Virginia Walters, Eskebi, Violet Watley, St. Kitts, Velsine Watts, Nevis, Adina Webb, Nevis, Avenel Weeks, St. Kitts, Benjamin Weeks, Nevis, Elroy Vernon Weeks, Nevis, Louisa Weeks, St. Kitts, Marion Weeks, Nicholas Weeks, Nevis, Rita Weeks, St. Kitts, Amelia Wheeler, Nevis, George Jinks Williams Nevis, Kerthley Williams Nevis, and Vernon Williams Nevis.